Going live. We're live, part 3.
Hello, world! Okay, guys. We all in?
They're having too much fun, Richard.
Yeah. Way too much fun there. Just want to read you something. The song was on Facebook. They didn't tell me, they didn't send me this to read it out. It was someone, Jim Wright, and Jim literally died 3 or 4 times. He's got such a bad condition. His heart stopped beating for such a long time. They've been testing this week to see if he's got brain damage because of the oxygen that his body was starved from. It's just full of chemicals and stuff. The doctors don't know how he's still alive. And Jim put this on Facebook, and I contacted him. I said, Jim, do you mind if I read this out to you on Saturday? He would be here, but he's still away having the test. And he said, joking aside, being in the MRI scanner was pretty terrifying. I had to lie in it for 45 minutes and not move. And the scanner ceiling was about 2 inches away from my nose. Very claustrophobic. They clamp your head and your arms in place too. My head started racing and my blood pressure started to boil. They weren't going to put me in as I was too risky. So I asked for 5 minutes on my own and asked myself, listen to this, how would I choose to feel? And I thought, just like as if I was lying on a beach, opposite home, eyes closed, waves lapping at my feet, breeze tickling my nose, and seagulls gabbling in the background, relaxed and safe. Doctor came back and said, how nice and calm, how did you do that? I said, I chose to feel relaxed. He said, blimey, I wish all outpatients could do that. I said, they can, they just have to choose. Result, choosing 1, fear 0. And it's just put at the bottom, and he didn't know I was going to read this out. BC at its most powerful. When you're as ill as Jim and you're going for that stuff, so you're not going to get them. So people are still able, because what normally happens is you do a course and it all goes out the window when the shit really hits the fan. You don't think about it. You've only got one thing to do with this, Jude. But like I think it was Sean said, you can think today, oh well, I've got the whole thing. Really, we say BC is a 5-day course. It's really 6 days, and this is day 1 in a way. That's what it is. But you've got to be immersed in it. You don't get an onion and dip it in vinegar and say that's a pickled onion. It's got to be left in the vinegar, and that's what the 5 days is about. Right? I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute. We've got a speaker coming up, haven't we, Liz? Yep. She doesn't know.
Georgina. I know, trust me, I know.
I think we have
just as well one of
Miss
Bailey.
Thank you.
It's Georgina.
Oh. I think she might want the mic.
Yeah. Let's get the mic on for you, Georgina. Hello. Hey, superstar. There you go. Thank you. BC done anything for you?
Not at all.
So hello to the world.
Oh, say hello to the world. I will.
Keep it up a bit.
Can you hear me at the back?
Yeah.
BC, lifesaver, evidence. That's all I can say. I came in here with depression. I don't used to think you have to have something wrong with you to do BC, because you don't. What BC is, it gives you a way to live your life in the future and get the most from it. And it changes how you do things. Now, I've been through an awful lot of bad stuff before I came in here. I had a daughter doing drugs. I had a husband who committed suicide. I don't want to dwell on that. I want to dwell on how I cope since I did BC. 7 years ago, I had a car accident. My daughter, my grandson, and myself was in a car, and this wagon hit us 3 times and set us spinning. And I don't know how we walked away from it, but it took me nearly a year to get back in a car. I was so scared. I hadn't done BC then. This week, I've been in another car crash on Wednesday, and I just dealt with it absolutely differently. I walked away from that car, looked at the car and went, shit, because it's the best car I've ever had. It's the first time I've had power steering for start. I'm back to a 500 quid car next week because they broke my car off. They didn't write me off because as my car was spinning and I couldn't hold the steering wheel, I did what I always do. What would you choose? And it's still spinning with me in it. And I thought, just let it go. And it went up this hedge and stopped exactly where it was. And I thought, oh, I'm still alive. I got out, looked back at my car, thought, shit again. But then I thought, I'm so bloody lucky. I am lucky. And I ate the bits I didn't know I had at the minute because I'm still on the after effects of this car crash. But I coped because I've done BC. And it's not a 5-day course, it's the rest of your life. It's every day you use BC. You don't realise you're using it. At the end of the day, I always give thanks for my day before I go to sleep because I have been through so much. And when I first walked in here, I had hardly any hair. I had alopecia, depression, you name it. I walked in here a very sick woman. I stand here a very proud person to be asked to come on here and tell you that you could feel like I feel. Because there's a lady in this room today who came to me on a recharge day and said, I've heard you talk twice. And I want to feel like you feel. And she signed on the dotted line then and then. Can't tell you how that makes you feel. If you can make somebody else feel like you feel, that's really, really precious. It is. And I think people are put in front of my path constantly because I keep coming across people that I think, you helped another one there. And it's that everybody has this voice that tells them they're not good enough. I had a husband that told me I wasn't good enough, but he was poorly. So I have to take that on board, really. I know I am the business. I now can look in the mirror. I love myself. What I see is I'm proud of where I am. I'm 4 years old because it's 4 years since I did BC. I got my life back 4 years ago. And these two people at the back, my brother said to me, if I hadn't done this, I wouldn't be here now. I can't thank them enough. But mostly, I thank me because I've put so much effort in to having a life, and I love the life I've got. And you should feel that way. And if you can afford the course, do it. I can't afford it, got somebody else to pay.
I mean, I just rest my face. Georgina, you know, she thought we were a bunch of nutters. Well, we are really. You know, she thought we were a bunch of nutters in a different way. So, I don't know about you, I know you probably think, well, my script's telling me I shouldn't be getting as much from a day as I am, because I'm like running it with Liz and that. Why am I getting so much from it? It's like Liz said. Sometimes people say, how do you come up with these ideas? And I've always given the same answer. I say I'm still enough for long enough. What I mean by that, I'm not into meditation and stuff. It's great, but it's just not me. I don't mean still like my body being still. I mean in here. And BC allows you to be still in here, and we're not still in here. This is where the violence happens. Most self-harming, people make me laugh. Most self-harming goes on in here.
Yeah.
This is for a lot of people. This is a torture chamber, and they would rather die than be in here. And when in fact it's not being in here. It's just a script. See, that is script-infested waters. When you're thinking, there's a good chance. You know, like Jaws. You hear that. You hear the music. You think, bloody shark's coming again. It's like that. When you're in here. When you're in here. The script will tell you it can get you in it, it will tell you it can get you anywhere, but it can't actually. And that's why I said to you, it was quite, you know, Liz really recognised it. When I'm saying let me in, I'm trying to get you in your heart, not in your head. And that's where the script wants to take us all the time, analysing and thinking, and I don't think a lot. So I'm just I'm just still in them, flying them. But I do happen to know, I've seen a lot of people that sign, I don't have an ask Melanie how many sign, whatever. I just saw people out the corner of my eye. And today's a special day. There's something going on today. I don't know if anyone else that's ever been here is feeling it today. But there really is. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Something special happening. So I'm going to press the letter B and hopefully something will come up. So I got it right, this. Who is BC not for? So I'll go that way. This is who it's not for. BC is not for people who get significance from having their challenges. A lot of people that I meet, they're not going to let us, BC, take the challenges away because they're getting significance. That's how they get all the love. You know, I'm self-harming, I'm depressed, they want to keep that. So what we do, we create a greater significance, then they'll move to it. What would it be like if you overcome that? Think of the people you could help. People who think not bad and okay is doing well. So many people, the biggest thing that the script will use today say, well, my life's really not bad, it's not falling apart, I don't need it. What I'm saying to you, right, is that you will help more people if you get it. And then people have done these things, I actually need, you were one, weren't you, Sally? That was what you thought. Sally thought, didn't it? She's got a great life, great husband, great kids. So when you're done basically, you think, thank God that script nearly convinced me. People who say, people it's not for, people who say and know this stuff will look like shit. I'll get them at recharge days. They come up to me, say, I know all this stuff here. And I don't say it, I wouldn't, but I feel under my breath, I'm thinking, well, tell me fucking face. I'll get all this stuff here. You know what I mean? You'd be shining if you got it. You'd be vibrant. You'd be more. One lady came up to me in a break. She said, that's not for me in there. This is my reaction. I said, I'm sorry, are you waiting for me to say something? She went, yes, that's not for me in there. I said, no, I've got it. And just walked up. She ended up doing the 5 down. Yeah, honestly. Right. Who is BC not for? People who confuse playing small with being humble. Big one, like where Liz is from. Liz explained this to me. We think it's playing small. But why stand up and think you're better than anyone else? So we don't, we sit down. Clever one in the script, isn't it? See how he uses it? It says you're being humble by not stepping up. Remember I told you, like Darling? Yes, my precious. Right, who is BC not for? People who don't believe they can earn a living from doing what they love. Do you know, so many people think the more painful it is that I'm doing, right, the higher I'll get paid for it. You can, I didn't think at one time that you could earn money from doing this. You can. You can earn money from doing what you love when you understand the sausage machine. Sean's a great example of that. Right, who is BC for? People who want the civil war in their head to stop. If you want to stop that noise that's going on all the time, even when people are there, even when you're talking to people, it's trying to drown you out. BC will do that. Right, who is BC for? People who want to move from waiter to creator, the other end of the sausage machine. 99.9, reoccurring 9% of people are here. They're still waiting for something to happen to feel good. Won't do it. One of the things I do, I enjoy my future before it happens, just in case it doesn't happen, so I've already enjoyed it. Right. Who is BC for? People who don't want to live in the past, because the script loves that. The script is a historian, wants to drag you back all the time. That's all past stuff, the script. Right. Who is BC for? People who don't know why they're not doing what they would choose to do. That's the killer. Well, I know I should be positive. I know I should be happy. I know I shouldn't be doing the bad things my mum did or my dad did, but we still do it. Just because of the script. Who is BC for? People who want something that will help them help others. That to me is the best feeling in the world, when you help other people. You heard Georgina Bailey just said, she stood here on this stage today and said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for BC. How dare I not give it everything that I've got today? How dare I not do that? How dare I not, everyone that's done BC, keep reminding them about recharge days. Who is BC for? People who don't want to work alone. You become part of another family with BC. We're like a family. We look after you. And you meet other people that have done BC, have got something in common. I thought I was going mad when I first woke up. There was no one else like me. Who is BC for? People who want to make a difference, people who've tried everything else, people who want better for their kids, people who know there's more to them than their role that they've played up until now. Right, do I do this list? Do the whole thing now, don't we? Right, this is about the 5 days. The venue is just 10 minutes from where we are now. Well, it's Northampton, it's here. We don't do a lot of travelling. People come in. It's Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, depends on the side of the group. Sometimes we finish a bit earlier, sometimes we finish a bit later. That's what happens on the week. Intimate groups between 7 and 11 people. That's including like me and Liz. And it's non-residential, but there's good accommodation that's close by. About the 5 days. They're the dates. Nanny, can you update me? March is full now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not there.
Yeah.
So March is full, and then what have we got there? Do you know how many places are left on April?
6 in April and 6 in June.
So there's still 6 available on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
6 in June.
Right, okay, right. So what have we got here? So what will the script say to you today? But I've done lots of other courses that haven't worked, and this one won't be any different. This is what your script's going to say. It's going to tell you that. It's going to say, well, I can't take 5 days off work. BC's great, but my life isn't that bad. The script's going to say, but what if it doesn't last? But it sounds too simple to be that good. The script is going to say, but I can't afford it. A great idea, but I'll do it later. That's the big one. That's what most people do. Say, yeah, I'm going to do it, and we never get followed again. What do you do now? You choose, not the script. Our offer for today, how you can do BC, you can do 12 payments of £195 plus VAT, which I think Sean's the ex-accountant. I think that's about £7.60 a day that you can do BC for, including VAT. See how much you're getting cost us for that. I think that's about 2 Costa coffees. I don't know. It might not be. And it's like Georgina said, I would not pay that for 5 days. BC isn't for 5 days. It's for the rest of your life. Sean paid, we've never put the price up. Sean paid that amount when he did it 7 years and 4 months ago, and it works out about 90p a day now. That's what it works out at. And it's going down all the time. So eventually it'll be 1p a day. That's how we can do it now. We didn't used to do that, because obviously that hits our cash flow. Because what we're saying is you can do PC, and we've got to wait for the money. That's how it works. So I don't know if we can keep doing this, because it hits the cash flow, just to see how long we can keep going with it. Talk to us if you want to do BC, but you have any reservations. We're waiting at the door. That's it. There's no big, I'm going to do a big sales job with you. You've just got to trust. If it feels right, then do it. If it don't feel right, don't do it. You know, I'm the first one to say that. Don't do it if it don't feel right. I'm supposed to use all these persuasive methods on you, NLP and everything. No, I ain't going to do that. I don't want to work with people that I've got to convince. That's not my style. I'm not here to convince anyone. What I am here to do, I'll share something with you that's wonderful and will change and improve every area of your life and help you help others. I can do that, but I won't dance with your script. It won't be you. So if your script's saying, yeah, but whatever, then I'll just say, look, it's not really me. It's not my bag. I don't do that. So there you've got it. We're going to be at the back of the room in a minute. We've got another speaker coming up, haven't we, Liz? We've got Mr. Scarlett coming up now who wants to share something. A lot of people, Jeff knows, done BC. They might tell you about that. And then me and Liz are going to come off and finish off the last 10 minutes. And then some of you might make that life-changing decision. It's up to you, really. There's no pressure. So, Mr. Scarlett, do you want to come up and say hello to the world? Come and say hello, world. Hello, world!
I'm Captain Scarlett.
He's Captain Scarlett.
And he's my brother.
So, yeah, that's a good one.
Should I take that?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'll sort that. Oh, God.
Oh, see up to this time.
Sorry about this, 2 chairs. Just same as America, 1 chair, 2 chairs. Most of you know me, Jeff Scarlett, most commonly known as Captain Scarlett. I always say that because I get remembered. I tell you what, Richard said, could you remember to do it? Would you, in the audience, Jeff will probably tell you that. Jeff will probably tell you that. And I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to leave about 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh,
guys,
no.
right? I did BC. Does BC last? And does it show? Well, I think it, I mean, I don't care what you think about me, by the way. Let's get that quite clear and straight. I don't care what you think about me. Before BC, I would be very panicky up here, wanting every one of you to love me. Because that's what we all want, other people to love them. And I used to play a game with everybody I met so you would love me. Because I wanted you to, but that wasn't the real me. After BC, of course I want you to love me. We all want to be loved, but I don't give a shit if you do. Because I love myself, and that's the most important thing, is loving. I love me. If you love me, bonus. If you don't love me, don't care. Right. 7 years ago I did BC, by the way. Does it last? Absolutely. Am I more alive now? Is my business better? Am I earning more? You know when Richard said, to get this many people in the room, it's normally about money. Well, believe me, BC is about money. Because I have never earned so much money in my life ever before since I did BC. Because it's magical for your business relationships. Because you can see the other person sat next to you, opposite you in business meetings, and you can identify when they go into their script. And one of the biggest things that I do is I just go in there and I'm a bloody idiot. Literally, I just say things that just come out, and directors of companies just look at me and go, this guy's not all there. And they go, now you're meeting me. Now you're actually meeting me. Because I am daft, I am funny, I don't care what you think, I ain't bothered whether you give me the business or not. I'm going to be me, I'm going to be real. And that's the biggest thing that's ever happened, because do you know what happens when you're real? The person opposite has the opportunity to be real as well. They open up. I've had business conversations with directors of companies that's had finished up nothing to do with what I went in for. And I think Richard said this, and it was everything to do about their lives and their families and their children. How it happens, I don't know. It just people just speak to me about their lives and their families and their children's. And I've gone in, I install electrical heating systems and all that into factories and warehouses. That's what I've gone in to sell them. For an hour, we talk about the families and their family and BC and the script. I do it every time. And every time, not every time, but nearly every time I get the business. Because what they do is they go, we like this guy. He's real. He's not trying to sell us anything. He's not trying to be somebody he's not. Blah, blah, blah. So BC, Richard, is about making money. Absolutely in your business. Without doubt. Right. In the bathroom, brushing my teeth. Wife comes in, who's in the audience now. Hello, Bob, we're going to have a lovely day today. We're going to a sales conference type thing because Ellen wanted to learn a bit more about sales. Hello, love. Yeah, beautiful day. Made her a cup of tea, took her a cup of tea to the bed, do every morning, make my wife a cup of tea, give her a cup of tea. Come downstairs, brush my teeth, we go out, bit of music on, we have a bit of a sing-song. This is first thing in the morning, great start. Gets out to the car, gets in the car, just driving on. Hello, love, we're going to have a great day today. Now, don't forget I did BC 7 years ago. This was approximately 2 years ago. So I've done BC 5 years, gets in, lovely morning, everything's fine, sits down in the car, we love each other dearly, we have an amazing day, off we go. Ellen, you going to comb your hair? Jeff. Sorry? No. Can you comb your hair? It looks a mess. Now, Ellen's just being nice. She's thinking, I don't want Jeff to walk into this business meeting with his hair. a bit scruffy, because I know what he's like. He likes to look nice if he can. Yeah. Yeah, you need to brush there. My script now goes, bitch. Don't tell me this is obviously what happened. Bitch. Don't let her get away with that. It's talking to me now, the script is going, don't let her get away with that. And I'm going, no, it's all right. No. I went, you're fucking head on looks really good. Honestly, now don't remember, 15 minutes before we were in love, we're delightful, we're singing in the kitchen, we have a cup of chocolate, a cup of tea, everything's wonderful. What do you mean? I said, yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm not saying that. I said, yeah. I said, it's mine. I love your spoke to her and she's, her script's gone, bastard. My script's gone, bitch. Now, 15 minutes from my house to the venue where we're having this thing. What's the matter? Now, you've got to excuse me, I'm going to give you it exactly the way it happened, so please excuse me. What's the matter with me fucking head? You don't forget, I've done BC, I'm a happy boy, everything's, what's the matter with me fucking head? Ellen script, fucking mess, I'm sorry. I'm not joking, this is no lie. And I'm going, well, what? Her hair wasn't actually, her hair was lovely. Let me scream, I said, your hair's fucking mess as well. And that colour top don't suit you. And she went, well, I think you look a fucking pretty picture. I'm back over here, I'm driving along, trying again, I'm going, right, 15 minutes later, we're doing at this now. We aren't, our scripts are. So remember that. Fucking, I get Sarah's and I'm fucking bitch. And I'm thinking in my mind, well, the script's going, she's a bitch, don't let her get away with it. And she's got out of the car and thought, arsehole, don't let her get away with that. So I'm walking we get out of the car and we start walking towards the venue. And I go, are you coming? And she said, yeah, I'm coming. I said, well, come on then, hurry up, we've got to get in there, we're late now. Well, I don't give a shit if we're late. I said, well, hurry up, come on, we've got to go. Well, don't you want me to come? You're rushing me. And I went, well, yeah, I want you to come, but if you want to stay there, I don't give a shit. And she said, well, if you don't want me to come, I'll stay here. This is the truth. I said, well, if you stay there, you might as well fuck off. Go. I'm telling you, this is a gospel truth. I said, you can fuck off and go, and don't expect me to come home. And she said, well, please, your fucking self. 20 minutes ago, we were at home having a cup of tea and loving each other and singing songs. This is how the script can get you. So I'm walking across, and all of a sudden I go, well, fuck you. And I went, and I just stopped. And I turned around and I thought, oh, shit. Bastards kidnapped me, the script. I realised at that moment, the real me, in my soul, like my real soul, sort of went, whoa. And I thought, what's happening? And I thought, it's like BC. It's like BC stands for broadband consciousness. And I'm not being the real soul. So I said, well, shorten it. Instead of putting will, we'll put R. And I thought I'm being an arsehole. And I thought I'm being a right arsehole there. So I turned around and I went, whoa, don't say another word, because I know who's talking to me. It's not you. I said, the real me stepping forward, and I'm so sorry. I apologise. I love you to pieces. I, the real me, would never, ever speak to you like that. Ever in a million years. I love you dearly. You're my wife. I want you to be with me for the rest of my life. She stood there, and she stepped out of her script, and she went, it's going to fucking cost you a bank card. That she didn't say that. She actually said, a pair of shoes and a handbag. No, I'm sorry, I'm making it funny, it's not funny. And she just went, okay, I get it. I was in my script as well, wasn't I? And I said, yeah, you was, love. I said, I really apologise. She said, well, I'm really sorry too. we've been kidnapped by our scripts over the last 15, 20 minutes. I said, come on, Bab. And she come in with held hands, and this is a gospel truth. By the time we took 10 steps, it had gone. Everything that had happened in the last 20 minutes had disappeared completely out of our lives. We went in, we had an amazing day, it was a fantastic day. We laugh about it now, obviously. But and I'm sure there's a few husbands and wives or boyfriends and girlfriends in the audience sort of will go, yeah, we've been there. But we didn't. And what happened to us previous to BC, that would have, I'm not exaggerating here, that situation would have gone on for a week. Would have been a week long. We probably wouldn't have spoke to each other all day because we just stayed in our scripts. We'd have gone home and we'd have probably not spoke to each other at home for a little while, and then it would have probably been the odd grunt to each other, which is what it was like before. But don't get me wrong, we were loving everything, but when we got into our scripts, we were out of control. And that's just an example from me about after 5 years of knowing exactly what BC is all about. And if you cut me in half, that half would say B and this would say C, because I'm absolutely BC'd all the way through. And it's been the worst. I don't want to get carried away here, because sometimes an audience can think, oh my God, he's going to be carried away, isn't he? But it's the most wonderful, delightful, unbelievable, magical thing that's ever happened in my lifetime. Paul came up earlier. I met Paul at a business convention. Obviously, he thought I was completely mad, and he's absolutely right, I am. But so did a lot of other business guys, and they didn't want to be like me, but they wanted my energy, because they were all just, not being disrespectful, they were just average business guys who go to business conference, and there's no real, excitement. It's all suits. And Paul came, 2 or 3 of the other lads came to a recharge day. They've all done BC. I think 2 or 3 of the wives have now done BC as well. They come up to me on regular occasions, and this is only just Paul. I brought quite a lot of people to BC, because I'm doing what Richard says. I'm passing it on. The biggest thing about BC for me is, one, it's made me who I am, the real me, which I love and adore. And the other thing is that I can pass that on, hopefully get other people to have that in their lives. So I don't know if you've seen the film, I think it's Pay It Forward or Play It Forward.
Pay It Forward, yeah.
If you haven't, watch it, because it's what happens after BC. I pay it forward. I talk to anybody and everybody about BC, but I don't force it on them. I just talk to them about the script mainly. The one guy, another example, which was Richard gets this, and he mentions this quite a lot. I go to an electrical wholesalers where we buy our equipment from, and there's a guy behind the counter called John, lovely lad, smashing lad, he's about 6'2", built like a shithouse door, big lad, And my son has done BC. Oh, by the way, my son's done BC, my daughter's done BC, my nephew's done BC, my sister's done BC. And the reason the majority of those people did BC is because they saw the change in me. Because I was, that little bit of thing I said there, our soul, instead of real soul, that was me before BC. I could be a real arsehole. I wasn't the nicest of people you'd ever want to meet in your life before I did BC. I was an okay guy, but you get me in my script and you wouldn't like me. I could be quite a nasty person to my children, not violently nasty, but verbally nasty to my children, to my wife, to my friends, to my family. You meet all the people now that associate with me as my wife, friends and family, and they'll tell you I'm lovely, because I am. I am. I'm a lovely guy. The real me, and like I think the real 99.9%, and if you're the 1%, I'm sorry, you're all lovely people. The real you is probably magnificent. Well, he's a magnificent human being. The problem is you get tied up with your script and you listen to it.
Yeah.
So I think everybody in this audience is amazing, just like I'm amazing. But when you get in the script, you become unamazing. And it's like Richard said, it's his famous tongue in cheek, we're all superheroes pretending to be normal people. And I really believe that. I think in every one of us is a superhero. But the trouble is, the script keeps us down to be a Clark Kent. Going back to this guy, John, my son had done it, and he said, "How are you doing, John?" He said, "I'm not doing too great at the moment. You know, things are a bit depressed." He said, "You want to talk to me, Dad?" Why? He said, "My dad talks to people like, you know, with a bit of depression or not feeling great." And anyway, he knows me, and he rang me up. He said, "Your son said I need to talk to you. You know, I've got this depression and all that. And, you know, I'm on drugs from the doctor. I'm seeing counsellors." I said, "Tell you what, John, you play golf, don't you?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll meet up the driving range. We'll hit a few balls, sit down, we'll have a cup of coffee and we'll chat." Long story short, this is exactly what we did. So we're sitting there now, and we're just chatting to him, just have a cup of coffee, it's feeling great. And I said, "So what's your challenge, John?" He said, "Well," he said, "to be honest with you, Jeff, it's not good at the moment. I have these ups and downs." It's exactly what he said. "I have these ups and downs. Sometimes I'm brilliant, sometimes I'm shit." He said, "And I'm on medication." So, right, I don't know what he, Prozac or whatever he said. I said, "Oh, blimey, John." I said, "No, that ain't so great, is it?" I said, "Really?" I said, it all boils down to the voice in your head, really, that talks to you, isn't it? That one that gets you." And he went, and he leant at me, he said, "Sorry?" I said, "You know, the voice in your head that talks shit, that's what gets you down and makes you feel shit." And he went, he went, "Have you got a voice in your head?" I'm not, it was this guy's an intelligent lad. He said, and he went, "Have you got a voice in your head?" And I went, "Yeah." He said, "How long is it there?" I said, 24 hours. He said, "Does it tell you shit things?" "Oh, all the time." He went, "Hold on a minute." He said, "I've been going to psychiatrists for the last number of years. I've been going to doctors about this depression. Like, well, I'm on pills, I'm on everything. Not one of those person has ever mentioned, one, the voice in my head, and two, they've got a voice in their head. Can you believe that?" And they were just pumping him pills. Long story short, getting on to a bit lighter things. So I sat with him on 4 or 5 occasions to come round to my home, and we sat. And if you could see him now, and fair play to me, but that's only what I'm passing on from BC, so fair play to the guys at the back, I'm just passing it on. You want to see him now, he's off drugs, he used to get drunk regular, he has the odd drink now, he's back playing rugby, which he was good rugby player, he gave it all up, and you would not believe the difference in this gentleman. He's amazing now. He really has become the superhero in himself. And he all boiled down to just explaining something as stupid as the voice in his head. What I couldn't believe, and I'm not knocking practitioners and doctors and all those, was not one of them had ever told, oh, I tell you what I did do, the big thing that really got him to change and open up, I told him my story. I sat with him that first night and I told him about my story prior to BC, all the shit in my life, my divorce, my leaving my wife, leaving my kids, all the stuff that's gone on in my life, the bad stuff, and then all the good stuff that's happened since BC. And if you ever want to connect with people, like Richard said, tell your story to people, your true story, not a pretend story, not to make it look good. Just sit down and tell people your real story. You'll be amazed what they come back with. He told me things about his life, about his dad, about his mom, about his fighting. He said, I've never, ever told anybody this, ever. Nobody knows this but you. And it changed his life. And that's what BC does. If you're just real, and that's what I believe today has been all, I know we have a laugh and a joke and all that, but the whole thing about today is being real. And I think today has been a magnificent, real day. No bullshit, no flares, no Richard trying to sell it you. As Richard said, if it feels right, do it. If it don't, don't. And that's me, guys.
doing, where suddenly it takes you over and 15 minutes. I mean, but the recovery rate, like Jeff said, that could have gone on for days. And, you know, it's like Jeff said there, we've been kidnapped by that script. The real us has been kidnapped. It takes us away, it kidnaps us.
Yeah.
So, you know, I love that. We're just going to finish off now. We're going to be, the whole day's gone by. It's just 10 minutes off. This will come up in a minute and say a few things. And one thing, is there anyone that's done BC that could help Tom Packer at the end of the day, just for 10 minutes? Is there anyone that could do that? I don't know, Sean and Jeff, if you could just help us, I'd really appreciate that, because I want to be at the back of the room. Some of the guys might want to speak to us. So yeah, we'll finish up. We're going to be at the back of the room. I just got the figures actually. What it is now, I asked Melly, there's 5 places left for April at the minute. And maybe May there's 4, but then there's 3 people phoning tomorrow. So I think they're all gonna go anyway. So it's like Jeff said, Mark said, it's up to you. If it feels right, do it. There's no hard sell. I would say this: you deserve it. I believe, like Sally said, everyone on the planet deserves these things. So it's up to you. So I think I'm gonna get the boss back unless I've finished everything here. I think I have. I've covered that. One of the things I get on my Facebook, I'll just go Richard Wilkins on Facebook, because I put my cosmic faxes out on there a lot, and a lot of people have come to me today, so I get so much from your messages. I'll do that, and see me, and I'll be putting the photos on from the day. But I think now just get the boss up, and I'm sure the boss will have something to say to you.
Richard, we'll also send them the link to the video of the day as well. We'll send them the link to the recording of the day as well.
Tom, do you hear that? Tom's going to send you the link for like the recording of it as well. So we can do that. I didn't know that.
With technology. Does it itself.
Can't understand it all. What do you want to say to the guys? Hello world, this is Liz, my partner.
I'm back.
I always say to people, if you ever want to see external evidence of my success, this she is.
Oh, bless.
I'm not scared to say that. No punchline or anything, I just mean it. What do you want to say to the guys?
Okay. 3 things. First thing, I think Sean said it. You know, 5 days is about being pickled. You've got it today, you've got it here, you've got it intellectually. But it's like, you know, we know intellectually how to tightrope walk, but I wouldn't like to try it. Right? You know how difficult is it? You just put one foot in front of the other. But it's like it's not been embedded, you know, you've not been pickled yet. And it, like we said, you don't take an onion and just stick it in vinegar and make it a pickled onion. It has to be immersed. What you get in the 5 days is it goes from here and it actually goes to here. It moves, you move, that identity shifts. And it does, you know, it's that consciousness, it's being in that environment and being pickled in it that allows that to happen. So the script will say you've got it today, you don't need the 5 days. Trust me, you know, the script does not want you. When I used to run slimming classes and I used to say to the ladies, you know, the fat woman's been in control, she's just not going to roll over and let some skinny bitch run your life. Right? It's the same with the script. The script's been running your life. Yeah. And it doesn't want to give up that power, and it will do everything to keep you away from, you know, like Gary said, the second time he's done the recharge date was better than the last. It will do everything it can to keep you away from this, from BC, from your true self. So that's the first thing. The second thing I wanted to say was about my mum. She's not here today. She's devastated because she's getting her gas central heating fitted, which they couldn't give her a date, so she was devilled. My mum did BC a year ago. My mum is 66 years of age. She was 65 when she did BC. I've known my mum my entire life. She's the nicest person I've ever met. I always loved my mum, but I never respected her because she never respected herself. She would give somebody a kidney. If they come back, she'd give them a lump. Right? My dad treated her very, very badly. There's a great quote that says you teach people how to treat you based on what you'll accept. And what my mum accepted, and she just kept accepting, was not good. Her and my dad split up when I was 13. She ended up with my stepdad. My dad used to beat her, so my stepdad comparison to him didn't physically beat her. So he seemed like a good man. My mum's very old-fashioned. The script's very old-fashioned. You know, you stick by your marriage vows. 32 years my mum was in a relationship with a man that totally controlled her. She was never allowed any friends. She wasn't allowed to go anywhere. Even if she came to meet me for lunch, he would phone, and I'm not exaggerating, I swear on Siobhan's life in this, like 15 times to check where she was. I'd eventually pick the phone up and say, do not call back, put the phone down. And I've tried everything to get my mum to leave this man. Just before BC, the year leading up to it, my mum had lost her house because he never paid the tax. She fell, she was in intensive care, she nearly died. She was lying there for 3 bloody hours unconscious. She'd broken everything, her jaw, her arm, everything. We couldn't get a hold of him because he works away. My younger brother, who's his son, eventually found out that actually he was having an affair with somebody else. And my mum still would not leave this man. And I gave up hope. My family, my brothers, my sister, we said we will never speak to him again. I gave up hope. And Richard did everything. I was trying to get my mum on VC. It took 7 years. And Richard, basically every single thing that objection her script could come up with, Richard answered it. Richard sorted it, money, time, blah, blah, blah. We fixed it all. We dealt with it all. She said, I did VC because I ran out of excuses. Right? She did VC. You think people can't change, right? She did VC. She was 65 years of age. She'd been in that identity for 65 years or 60 odd years of her life. And she did BC and she did the whole week. And we always say after BC, don't make any big decisions, like let it percolate for a while. Well, my mum missed that one. And she was staying with us she finished the course on the Friday, and on the Sunday she came in and shouted to me and Elizabeth, and I went out to see her and she went, I've told him. I thought she told him she was staying for another week. And she said, I've told him. And I said, you've told him what? And she said, I've told him it's over. And she ended it. Now, all of those things that happened to her, all of those things that you think would make you leave a person was not enough to wake her up. She just didn't have the consciousness before. We're not awake, guys. Our eyes might be open, but we are not awake, because if we were, we'd choose better. She would have chosen better.
Can I just add to that? See, what Liz is saying was all the stuff was happening on the outside, which is where we're looking for some living most of the time. It was when something shifted on the inside of her that it happened easily. There was no effort, was there, with her at all? She's never gone back on it.
No.
It wasn't good. It was a spectacular thing to witness. It was spectacular because she said, I'll get up each morning. She said, I'll do one thing each morning. I choose.
Well, Paul did BC with my mum.
Yeah, you did, didn't you, Paul?
Nikki did, sorry.
Yeah, the guys did.
Lucinda did. Sorry, I meant Nikki.
Go on.
And Dawn as well. Paul's wife, Nikki, did BC. And the girls at the back. And it's so funny because my mum is like, she's a legend. We call her a BC legend. You know, she has went from somebody who had no life, and now she is life. She is life. And she actually volunteers, and she's got loads of friends. She's just got an amazing, amazing life. And the thing, you know, I'm so privileged because, see, my mum's got BC, I've got BC, Siobhan's got BC. I know the script will stop in our family. Will it stop in yours? You get to choose. So Peter Thompson, who did BC, this is my last final thing, said, at the end of it, he said, there's two things. He said, I'll tell you what. He said, you'll either do BC today, you sign up for it today, or there'll become a day when you wish you had. And I know some people, it can take them bloody a year, and they come back and they go, my God, I wish I'd done it a year ago. You know, Gavin would be one of them. I know that Gavin wishes he'd done it before now. So, you know, the script will always say, you know, put it off, wait. You've been a waiter most of your life. What we are giving you today is an opportunity to be a creator. It's over to you guys. And all I want to say is thank you to everybody. Thank you to all of you for giving us the most valuable thing you've got, your time. Thank you to all the superheroes, because it wouldn't be the same without you. We are a family. You know, Richard's got a quote that says, when I was younger, I used to think I could change the world. Now I'm older and we've got BC. I know we are changing the world. Like with Tom and all the guys that have shared with you today. I want to say thanks to Melanie and to Meg and to Tom, who, you know, we just couldn't, or as you can see, we're no techie, we couldn't run it without them. And just, you know, just know in your heart that who you really are is amazing, but that voice will never ever tell you that. So thank you, and thank you to you, my darling, because I love you to bits.
Just want to say, guys, we're just going to finish off the day as we started it. I thought that was brilliant. I'm not going to add to that. I'm not going to say a lot. It's just finish off really. I started the day, and that was. I'm going to say this for both of us now. Here we go. No one told me what we've told you today. No one shared it. It's such a precious thing. And you know what I did? I knocked the table and said, "Let me in." I just saw something, and I was at the back of the room, and I think I'd knock it again and just say, "Let BC in. Let BC into your heart now." And the world's ready for you. It's waiting for you. We need you. We need people to help us with this. We can't do it on our own. And I want to thank you. And I'm sorry for the guys that wanted to come up today. They've done BC and couldn't, perhaps another time. Apologise. We love you. And join us, guys. We're at the back of the room. If you want to sign up, your script will always say no. You know that now, but there's no pressure. But we'd love you to join our BC family. If it feels right, just do it. And thank you. I love you too. You know I do.
No worries.
You're getting this on film?
Yes. Yeah, I know.
So this is your group in America, is it?
It's